MeTV 24 Meridian proudly presents your favorite way to start the day. Welcome to Mornings with Scotty Ray and Candace.
And who is sitting next to me? I do not know. She's got another do.
I said, this is my can't fight the humidity anymore hairstyle. So.
Welcome. Candace is back. She's got a new do for the fog today.
Yes, I'm telling you, it's really bad, and it's a little rainy, patchy rain. So just be extra careful this morning.
Let's look over at radar, and it has moved into our immediate area now as we go to radar to show you exactly what's happening this morning. As you're waking up, if you've got to go north, if you've got to go south, if you've got to go west, there is fog. Now, as we zoom in on this a little bit closer, we start looking here in Newton County. As this pops up, we get here to about right past Rose Mobile Homes. It's going to pick up all up here at East Central. Look at that. Over at Turkey Creek. We go down into Jasper County here, Montrose, these areas here, a lot of that. But the thicker that you go down here south, as you get near Laurel, Hattiesburg, look at that. Mm-hmm. That's some kind of thick. So be careful. And it is in the Meridian area, even as you go to, look at Vicksburg over here. So we've got it. Be careful. Allow yourself a few extra minutes. Those 4 lanes that you got to cross, bad news.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's just hard to see, you know, when you have to have your windshield wipers on and fight the fog. So
pretty serious wreck last night. You know, and this always happens when you get that little first light rain. The roads are slick. They're at the intersection of North Hill Street and Highway 39 there by Hardee's. There was a wreck last night.
That is a bad spot.
Always
There's so many wrecks
me.
there. Yeah. So many wrecks there because people sometimes try to beat those red lights, you know, coming down 39. Oh, I can make it.
It just don't happen, does it? So pay attention to what's going on there. Right. And let's not forget about those bumps on Highway 19. After you go past Walmart and you're headed toward Marvin's, that right-hand lane where all of those holes are. I don't know if that's state or if that's the city that's supposed to repair that, but
I don't know.
It's rough.
It is rough. We have a lot of rough streets. Hopefully they'll get around to at some point. You know?
We do. Let's talk about what the weather is going to do because we've got Bud and Burgers. Did I say it right?
Yeah.
That kicks off this afternoon. That's going to be happening there. And here's the forecast of what we've got today. 30% chance of rain. For the most part, it's going to be early and then gradually, and let me stretch the word, gradually becoming sunny. Yeah. Smidgen of a chance after 4 o'clock. And it is a smidgen. Rain will move out by tomorrow. We'll get sunshine and 76 and 80-degree weather over the weekend.
80's better than 90.
Yes, it is. Now, next week will be the turning point where we start seeing that as we head toward November, back to those 72, 73-degree days. Yeah. Won't that be good?
It will. And back, I think, in some 50s at night, right?
Yeah. So camping is still going on. You've missed your toothbrush or anything like that you had to have in the middle of the night?
No, it's still going on. You know how I'm about, like, I know y'all think I'm crazy because bugs. Okay.
You got critters in there?
Well, I just noticed some ants got in, like around the roof line.
Oh.
So, you know, I think the rain has, like, you know how it'll kind of run them inside every now and then?
Yeah,
like
I do.
A dry area, but just a few. So we're going to take care of those today. ASAP.
Get that. Yeah. But there's something about the rain that always drives those ants inside. Yeah, boy, if you leave anything.
I know. That's why I've been trying to clean up, sweep up.
Yeah.
I feel like I've worked more at the camp than at home.
I'm sure you have. Now,
it's nice, though.
I wanted to bring this up. This is a pretty big deal for the I spent most of my early years in radio at the Choctaw Indian Fair, and I can't say enough about the chief, how good he was to me and always taking care of us. But they unveiled a marker yesterday. The Mississippi Band of Choctaw Indians released this, and it's a marker for what they've done for country music. They've been doing this since 1947, and it is a big deal for them. Chief Martin was instrumental in beginning that, and tradition still goes on there. You know, from Jerry Lee, Charlie Pratt, and then, of course, Marty Stewart going there and hooking up with Connie when she was in 1970, when he was 12, and she might have been older. Okay, they waited a little longer. I made it sound worse than it was. And we'll get Emily White's thoughts on that here in just a moment. She's going to be our special guest this morning.
She is.
Yeah.
So nice to have her
Let's
here.
get a quick picture of her over there. There she is there.
Hello, everybody.
Yeah, she's coming up in just a moment. She's going to do a couple of songs for us this morning. I hope you'll sit back and enjoy that. Trouble over at the governor's mansion.
Really? What's gone awry?
They say they're not leaving. It's the protest group 74 that are for marijuana sales in the state of Mississippi, and they say they're going to camp out until he has a special session and they vote on the marijuana.
Medical, right? Medical marijuana.
I believe, but I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, I think it's the medical marijuana that they're protesting about, because they're saying that there's people who really, really need it for
That is
pain,
true.
and that they can't get it, and
But I have a question.
What?
Today is what day of the week? It's Thursday. It's 8 o'clock. How can you hang out all day, every day, until he does something if you've got a job?
Yeah.
I'm just asking. How does that work?
Maybe they've I don't know, maybe they're not working, or either have just taken off. I don't know.
But there's always protests going on, and
I
I've
know.
always flipped
Yeah.
it. And, you run across on TV and you think,
Yeah, do you not have to work? Yeah.
because I can't do that. Like,
I
if
know.
the suck-up truck will come to your house and take your stuff, and they're serious about it.
I kind of like power.
Yeah,
I don't know, and water.
It's a great thing. But it's not like the old days to where the power company, where they come knock on the door and they go, hey, we're getting ready to turn your power off. Now they
Yeah,
go,
it's like, boom.
It's over. Telephone company
Get
the same way.
flashlights. Yeah.
That little woman with Comcast that's got the chickens that's in Indonesia that I have to talk to her once in a while. She'll cut you off in a heartbeat.
I will say that's so aggravating, trying to talk to somebody that does not speak English over the phone, or either it's a bad connection. I know with
Those microphone things that they use.
Yeah. Yeah, I was trying to hook up a modem or something one time, and they had to reset something, and I didn't have internet, so therefore somehow or another my little booster thing for my cell phone didn't work good. So, and my house phone didn't work because the modem, it controlled
Right.
that. So the only place I could talk was by the slide glass door. So every 2 seconds I was like, "Hold on," and I'd have to run over to them. And it was just aggravating.
Honest with me, you've never talked to one of them to where the chickens were cackling in the
I
background?
have not heard chickens.
Twice that has happened to me. And I let it go for like 20 minutes, and then I said, is that a chicken that I hear? Oh, yeah. That's the way she said it.
You know what I
gotta
hate?
chuckle
I
at
hate the automated stuff where it goes, "How can I help you?" And then you tell them how you can help them, and they, "Okay, hold on," and it sounds like they're punching on a keyboard.
Yeah.
And just come on with
What
it.
they're doing is weeding out people that really don't want to complain as bad as you
Yeah.
do, because a lot of people give up.
I'm usually yelling, "Representative, representative."
Yeah, I like humans.
Yeah, me
let's
too.
be honest about it. And so many companies have put that out. And this morning, also, now that we kind of farmed out is the word I was looking for, we're going to talk about shortages and things that are going on in America that's going to affect you. I'm afraid there's some hard times coming for a generation that, America's always been known as the land of the plenty of milk and honey.
Yeah.
We ain't got no factories, folks, and we got trouble coming. We're going to talk about that
I
today.
think it's going to be a mess.
Now,
So.
here's another thing is wintertime comes, a lot of times you start picking up leaves and limbs around the yard, and you go rent a thing to throw it in to get rid of all your limbs. This happened in Michigan. Horrible beyond, I can't stress how bad this was. I posted it last night. A guy was putting the limbs in. It caught his jacket, and he was pulled in.
Oh my goodness.
Nothing left.
Oh goodness.
So if you rent one of those, never have a loose piece of clothing, anything like that. I've only rented one once because Angie just kept on and on about something. And it's a pretty neat little machine, but
Really?
know how to use what you're doing.
Is it a wood chipper? Is that
Yeah.
what it is? Okay.
And you put your limbs, and usually up to the ones you rent are about this big around. Now, power companies have got those that you could just about stick a tree trunk
Yeah.
in it. But y'all really be careful. Who we got having a birthday?
Let's see.
Somebody named Betty. Happy birthday, Betty. She's 84, they say.
Yes. Well, happy birthday, Betty.
Hope it's a big one there to you there. Let's see here from Sugarlock, Betsy Haley. How are you doing up there?
Yes. And let's see, Wayne and Dolores Roberts, good morning. And Teresa Spivey, good morning. Denise Burnside, good morning to you. Yeah.
I thought I would list this. I'm gonna tell you the worst, and then we'll tell you Mississippi made the list of good folks. Who are the worst drivers, rude, that you've been driving around the country and you think, gosh, those people are so arrogant and so rude?
The worst drivers, like what state?
Yeah, what state?
I don't know about rude. But,
Guess one. I'll see if you make the top 10.
I guess it would. I don't know. I don't know. Georgia. I've not been that many places, but I'm gonna tell you
Georgia,
what. Atlanta drivers, they're serious.
Number 5 of the rudest drivers in America. Number 10 is Wisconsin, which if I went there, I must have been a kid and I don't remember. Hawaii, the odds of me finding out how rude they are is very slim because I hear hotels are kind of expensive out there. Iowa, I didn't know they had enough people there to, honestly, I thought it was farmland mostly, but apparently there's some bigger cities.
Yeah.
Delaware, Ohio, Georgia, New York comes in 4th. You would think that would be almost 1 or 2.
Yeah.
Then we've got Wyoming. Idaho is number 2, and drum roll would be our nation's capital, Virginia.
Okay.
So, rudest states. The number 1 happiest, polite state, they say, is Kentucky, followed by you, Mississippians, is number 2. Nationwide of being the kindest that are out there.
You know, everybody kind of waves.
Yeah,
you know,
and you get the motion.
Because I people will probably think I know people, and I'm just, no, hey.
Come on in.
But, yeah, I know the Atlanta traffic is crazy, and they don't care if they run right over you.
They do
You just
things
better
on
get out of
the steering wheel, but it's not a wave.
Right.
It's the California
Little
howdy.
gestures. Like, you in my way, get out of my way. I'm coming through.
Do you remember watching the remake of Beverly Hills, and they were doing that, and they kept going, everybody's saying howdy.
Oh, yeah.
And they started doing it because they thought it was the new way to say hello.
Yes. I do.
It made me roll. I love that. Let's talk about our friends at Godwin Cleaning Services. And I'll tell you what, they really work hard to make your place look the best that it can. But if you've got a business, you've got an owning, let them show you how this works. It doesn't, it's not going to damage it. It's real soft, cleans it. It's kind of like having Mrs. Butterworth out there cleaning everything.
That's
it's real
right.
soft there. They do a great job with this. As you go along, look at your brick. If you've got vinyl siding on your home or business, they make that look new again. Always look your best. From metal buildings, they can take that rust away, make it look new again. From asphalt, slate, shingles, roofs, they got all of that. They turn it from dark back to the color it was when it was put on your home. Makes it look brand spanking new.
It does. You would never know that roof was a lighter brown.
No.
Looks like it's a black roof.
It does.
Yeah, it does.
And that's called mildew, I think is what that's called.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but it's bad.
Yeah, ugly is what it is.
Dirty looking.
From your rocks to your bricks, they can turn your home back to the way it was when you built it. See them today. Godwin Cleaning Services, 253-8262 is the number to call, and they'll help you out there.
I'm Richard Schwartz. If you've been in an auto accident, don't hesitate to call for legal help. Remember, the first 10 days following an accident are crucial. Insurance companies don't wait. They have a staff of adjusters, attorneys, and investigators collecting information that can be used against you. Again, remember, don't hesitate. Call me. One call, that's all. I am Richard Schwartz, and I'm here to help you.
Call Richard Schwartz today.
And welcome back with Scotty Ray and Candace on this Thursday morning. A bit gloomy outside, but as we said, hopefully this is going to be a little bit better today as it gradually gets ready for things. And don't forget to join us tonight, 6 p.m., as the former chief of police, Chris Reed, will come in. If you've got a question, he's got numbers, he's got stats. Why is the administration not talking? 16 murders. He's going to discuss all that. He's got a notepad about yay thick. I saw him just yesterday, and I thought, "Ooh, you scared me." But he's coming in to spill it all, and we hope you'll join us beginning at 6 tonight. As we set a special guest in the studio.
We do have a special guest.
And here she is, Miss Emily.
Hello, hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
Now,
I'm glad you're here.
She comes from a musical background, as you pointed out. She looks a lot like who?
She looks just like her mom. She does.
I do.
I saw her mom in a play, and her mother was Patsy Cline in the play years ago and did a wonderful job. So
I got all that talent from her. Definitely not my dad. I know my dad's watching. Hey, Dad. He can't carry tuna in a bucket, but we love
So
him.
me and him have a lot in common.
We love him. We do.
now her mother is
joyful noise.
Angela.
Yeah.
Angela White, yes.
She's really Angie. Don't let her fool you. Me and her have had this argument forever.
Yeah, she's the whole thing about Angie. She's like, only people that know me or family can call me Angie. That's it. So I guess you passed, Scotty.
I've been around your family forever. When I was like 14, 15 years old, I worked for your grandma and your aunt.
Did you really over at Packasack?
Packasack. I worked there through high school.
That was so funny. Everybody knew Packasack. Whenever somebody asked me who's your mom and them, I'm like, Taylor's Packasack. Like, oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
That
Mama and them. Now, I
mama
say
and
that
them.
all the time.
It's your mama or Nam.
Yeah, mama and them.
So for the folks that don't know Emily White, what have you have really taken off? You got a record. Was it last summer?
Yes, it was last year around this time that I released my album. Yeah.
I saw Ken Rainey there with a picture being made with you. It was like big time stuff.
I know. It had Ken show up and I had Tony there. I had everybody from Meridian. I felt like somebody. Let me tell you, I had radio and news stations there. I felt super important. I didn't know how to feel.
It looked great.
It's been amazing since that. I mean, I moved back to Mississippi a few years back, about 5 years ago, and ever since I moved back home, everything's kind of taken off with my music career, and it's been a whirlwind. Just been hanging on, you know.
Now, releases to radio. What has done well on the radio for you?
Well, as of right now, "Stand By Your Man" is one of my singles on my album, and it's been doing really well in the UK for the past 2 weeks on 365 Radio. It's been #1, beating out crazy amount of people with so much talent, and I've been #1 for 2 weeks, which is unreal to me.
Yeah, it catches you off guard, doesn't it?
Yeah, no. When I get a phone call, from the UK saying, "Hey, you're #1," I couldn't even understand what was going on. So it took me a few days to really let it sink in. That I made a little video thanking everybody over in the UK across the pond. So hopefully, once everything kind of dies down and I can get over there and play some shows and go on a mini tour over in the UK. I might not come back. I don't know.
Have you been writing more songs? I know you done Mississippi Child, which was about you growing up in the state of Mississippi.
Yeah.
Child of Mississippi. I was close.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been doing some writing, and we're probably going to be getting in the studio. I'm probably going to be getting in the studio again in the next few months to record some more of my material and just to do some more single releases. So y'all keep updated. Go to my website, emilywhitemusic.com. Check it out, because I'm hopefully going to be putting out some new songs of my own. Yeah.
I'm looking for. There's no validation to you listening to Hot Child in the City and writing Mississippi Child, right? No connection, right?
No, of course not.
Do you even remember that song?
No,
I do.
Wait, the which
Hot
one?
Child in the City, running wild and looking pretty.
Yeah.
I only know that because I was somewhere when I was like 14 or 15, something. It may have been your mama that played that.
It probably was my mom. You're bringing out her age. Mama, I'm not here. I didn't see anything.
So,
we need to get the little musical things. We can just hit the button.
And commercial break.
Yeah.
but as you said, Stand By Your Man. You're going to do one of these for us. You've been on tour with a group also, haven't you?
Yes, I've been blessed. I've been so blessed. There's some girls from Poplarville, Mississippi. There's 2 sisters and a cousin, and they are country as cornbread. They're called Chapel Heart, and they've been on tour. They took me along the ride for about a few months, going all over the place, and I went the furthest I've ever gone, because I'm just a good old Southern girl that's never been out of the South. And they stuck me on this bus, and we went to South Dakota. That was my biggest thing, South Dakota. And I played over at Sturgis, and talk about a whole nother world over there. We've been to, where else did we go? Went to Tennessee, Alabama. I think we went to Georgia.
I saw you at the Floribama one night.
Floribama's amazing. I love the Floribama. It's a big old party all the time. And then we went to Virginia, Richmond, Virginia. And it was a thing that kind of, it didn't fall in my lap, but it kind of did fall in my lap, because I met them before at a songwriting competition. It was the Mississippi Songwriter Competition of the year, like the best songwriter of the year. And they beat me out with first place, and I got second place. So, and then COVID happened, and then I met them again. And it was 2 years later over at the Max just recently. And they asked me, hey, instead of you driving all these places, because I was doing opening acts for them every now and again, driving to Alabama to do an opening act for them and singing a few songs. And it's like, well, we're just going to put you on the bus and take you with us. Are you okay with that? I said, just take me with you. Like, of course I want to go with you. And so they put me on the road, and I was with them for a few months, and that was the best time of my life. I learned a lot, and because I've never been on tour before, and I was opening up for them all these places. best experience of my life thus far. Hopefully
The sound of the crowd really, and if you go to shows, it's feedback that gives you the vibes to do what you do on stage.
it's so much better when you have a crowd to sing to. And
Yeah, that doing by yourself, it can go so far, but the crowd just really, it's kind of like a rodeo.
yeah, the crowd really makes it. The crowd really, really makes it for me.
All right, I'm going to let you pick first, and then we're going to pick something for you to sing in a minute. What song do you want to do for us?
Well,
Where you want to rip into?
I can do Stand By Your... It's real early for Stand By Your Man, so if I miss a note, I don't want to hear nothing.
Oh, okay. All right, everybody
Yes, Scotty Ray.
Yes, Scotty Ray.
Mr.
Commercial
Critical.
break. No, this is this is Stand By Your Man, and it's the single that's doing really, really well in the UK right now.
Well, let's hear it.
Sometimes it's hard to be a woman, giving all your love to just one man. You'll have bad times and he'll have good times, doing things that you don't understand. You love him, you'll forgive him, even though he's hard to understand. And if you love him, oh, be proud of him, 'cause after all, he's just a man. Stand by your man, give him 2 arms to cling to, and something warm to come to when nights are cold and lonely. Stand by your man and show the world you love him. Keep giving all the love you can. Stand by your man. Stand by your man and show the world you love him. Keep giving all the love you can. Stand by your man. Stand by your man.
Yay!
Very
wow,
good.
that is great.
Had to reach down
good.
in the pits of my stomach to get this.
And recapping, you said that's been at number 1 2 weeks in a row?
2 weeks in a row. I don't know where it's at. I think it's 3rd this week, but it was 2 weeks in a row. I'm telling you, people like Carrie Underwood and Jason Aldean and like Keith Urban were on this chart, and
You got them.
I got it.
Well,
I got
what
it.
that
I am so happy for you.
tells you is folks are thirsting for real music again.
Right.
I mean, truly.
Thank goodness.
Classic country is making it. I know it. Goodness gracious.
Yes.
There's a lot of new country out there that I like. There's a lot of old country, and there's some older sounds coming out of the new artists, which I'm very, very happy about. They're coming back to the roots of where country came from, and that's kind of what I want to do, is just bring back that country, that classic country sound. And
So have you thought about doing this on the concert tour? Because I read this yesterday where it is just sweeping the internet of being the fastest growing song. It's a rap song called "Go Brandon." Have y'all seen that? I'm dead serious.
My goodness.
I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, I just learned what that meant.
It's like
ago.
a minute and 30 seconds, and it's a rap artist.
Wow.
It's hilarious.
Is he a country rap? Like a country
No,
rap?
it's not really country rap, but you could turn it country.
Don't do this to me. I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't talk politics. That's one thing Mama always taught me.
Oh,
Is that
well,
we don't do that.
I don't know that I would sing it.
But boy, it's hitting across the nation. But gosh, that was wonderful.
Yes, that
you.
was wonderful.
Thank
You
you.
have a beautiful voice.
I was singing all the way here to 105.7, all those old classic country
Yeah.
songs, trying to
Yes.
get the chords warmed up because, like I said, it's very early for me. And this morning I woke up not knowing where I was. I was in my house, but I
Too
set
much
the-
coffee? What was it?
I set these alarms on my phone just to make sure I was going to be awake because I woke
Right.
up at about 5:45, 6 o'clock, but it sounded like the world was coming to an end with my alarm because it's like "Bah, bah, bah," and it doesn't stop.
Oh,
So-
that is
Yeah.
so horrible
yeah,
when
the
you're
annoying one.
in that
Yeah.
dead sleep there, and it does ring
Just
too loud.
like wake up, you spring up from the dead, like oh god.
I think I was awake at like 3 something this morning. Couldn't go back to sleep.
On purpose?
So, yeah, well,
Goodness.
I mean, I just woke up, and you know, you have those nights you just can't get
Yeah.
back to sleep. So,
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, and let me ask this. I'm just off the cuff because you seem to kind of know music as I know a little bit here. What would you say is your favorite Gene Watson song?
Gene Watson?
Yeah. What would hit on that? I think you would know some Gene Watson.
Give me a song.
Farewell Party. Oh, 14 Karat Mind.
14 Karat. I don't know it, but I know it.
And the reason I bring that up, I got a good friend in Nashville, and just to tell you how things sway, I was at a party when I was a new guy, and it was before I brought him to Meridian to sing with Blake Shelton. And it was a guy named Joe Nichols that I bumped into a hall, and he said, I'm going to be playing down here, and he goes, swing by and see what you think. And I mingled around for about an hour, and all of a sudden this sound comes out, and I was like, holy cow. And he was singing Farewell Party. And it was like the room went quiet when Joe sang it. Just incredible. And I talked to the guy that was his promoter and producer, and he goes, the sad part is, he goes, Joe gets to pick 4 songs that are his, and then the record label gets to choose 4 songs they want. And he goes, they make him do songs that aren't good, that are this so-called bubblegum music. And he goes, it's destroying country music. And he was right.
Yeah.
That's the thing
Yeah.
about record labels. They're so different now than they were when my mom was in country music. Back
Yeah, I
in the
walked
early
in
2000s.
Tootsie's, and there your mama was. And I said, what's your mama doing up in here?
Like, hey, Mom. It's so different than the way Mom described it back in the early 2000s, in the late 90s. It's so different with labels because there's so many of them, for one.
Yes.
And for two, they expect so much. They expect so much from you, and they already expect you to be established and have millions of followers and have this massive repertoire of original music. And then they want to sign you after you put in all the work, So it's just that's why there's so many independent artists these days that are just doing it themselves because they do it themselves anyways. So why would they want to be signed to a label?
Makes sense.
It does, and there's not a lot of really good ones out there with great deals. I was signed on to Creative and Dreams out of Murfreesboro, which is right out of Nashville, and it's a wonderful label, and they take care of me. They don't take all the rights to my songs, and
Correct.
They let me put my songs on my album that I want to put on there instead of trying to mold you into something that's gonna sell your soul and be a cookie cutter country music artist. I can just be myself and not have to worry about, is this going to sell? Like, no, it's me. The easiest thing to do is be yourself. So you don't have to change to sell records.
I've always heard if
Yeah.
you want to be the best kept secret in Nashville, sign to Curb Records. No one will ever hear you.
No, I think that is a great thing when you can be yourself.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it's so many times that you see people change throughout the years, especially, and you can kind of even see it with the American Idol type thing. You see where they come from, and then if they make it, big or something,
Yeah,
you
I
can
didn't
see
think
how they've
about that.
changed. I mean, I'm just using that as an example because, it's out there for the world to see from the beginning to the end,
Well, the biggest thing that
So-
record labels want to do is make money off of you.
Right.
So they want to
Absolutely.
do something that's going to sell and make a profit from all the money they're putting into you. So if that means not wearing a cowboy hat and losing 40 pounds, that's just what you got to do because you just signed a label. For
I remember when they put poor old Jeff Bates on that treadmill. Bless his heart. He told me, he goes, I'm about to die. I forget it was a girl that they put into this weight loss program with him, and he goes, they're killing us. He said, I can't take it no more.
I can't do it. That's it. With me, I like the way that I am. I like the classic country. I've searched for a long time. I went through a lot of genres growing up when I was just starting to play music in general. Picked up a guitar and started writing songs and playing songs. And my mama at the time was a country music artist, so being the 13-year-old in my brain, I'm like, I'm not going to be my mom. I'm just going to be anything but what my mom does. So I went for every other genre but country music. Like, I'm going to be my own person. I'm not going to ride some coattails because my mom is somebody. And so, and here I am, wearing literally my mom's cowboy hat that I stole from her and doing country music. So it's just the full circle, and it's what I was meant to do, and I've embraced it, and I ain't going to change for anybody anytime soon. So what you see is what you get with me. It's just the cowboy hat stays. I've had so many people tell me, like, why do you always wear a cowboy hat? Like, well, I can go to Walmart and nobody knows who I am without it.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I don't go many places without it. It's just, I feel good with it. It's my thing.
It's a part of me.
Carol Stamper said she bumped into Gene Watson in Wendy's in Newton. Gosh, he's got so many great songs. We got to get you educated up on all of this.
You need to, and you get me back.
When we were down to
Don't
nothing.
feel bad. I don't know half the stuff that Scotty
He's very
Ray
old.
asked me.
He's old country.
I was flipping through the other night, and Bill Reinhardt is watching, and he done a song. And if you know anything about country, this opening line here of who was it that done this? I light a lonely woman's cigarette. We start talking about what we want to forget. Here I am again, mixing misery and gin. Merle Haggard. Boy, that was, and it just really set the scene. Mm-hmm. You're in a bar, you're lonely, and you light somebody's cigarette, and he's trying to pick her up. And it just painted a picture. Mm-hmm. Pictures aren't painted anymore.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's just repertory, repetitive, excuse me.
Everything.
Repetitive work.
Somebody said, the people that we meet at Wendy's. It's always somebody that you can bump into.
You never know who you're going to see. I mean, that's the thing. You never know who you're going to run into. And usually the biggest celebrities are the nicest people. Most of the time. I can't speak for everybody, but most of the time, a lot of people who have a pretty good following that's been around for a long time.
They get it, don't they?
They're human. They're humanized. They're not some big star that's all, I'm better than you are. It's not like that most of the time, especially in country music.
Ronnie Dunn, folks, I'm telling you, if you want to bump into a gentleman and a scholar, that guy is it. Mm-hmm. There's only been one or two that I've ever bumped into that we didn't get along. Handful of folks like that.
He's not going to name names.
Let's see. Minnie McCready was one. Me and her.
Is.
She called. I talked about her, and this was before she passed away, and she called
She
and
was not nice.
I bumped into her in an elevator, and I guess she was having a bad day. And she was rude, and I called her out on it. Me and Debbie were talking about it, and she just happened to be passing through town and heard it. Came to the radio station, apologized. We all went to lunch, and but she had issues. Bless her heart.
Yeah.
Sammy Kershaw. Wow.
Really?
Can I say, ooh.
Really?
Yeah, I could have done without ever meeting him.
The thing is that when I feel about people and a lot of things these days when it comes to politics and the way they think and what they believe in, the biggest thing that I have an issue with is people using their platform to use it as a political kind of standpoint. I'm like, we're not buying your records because of who you voted for.
There you go.
Or what you have to say. I'm all for it. You do you, but I don't care. Don't make me hate you because of your political standpoint.
Like the guy that played Jason Bourne. Then you come to find out the guy's against guns. It was like, that's how you make your living.
I know, like Sean Penn.
Yeah. Hello. We'll be right back with more coming up from Emily in just a moment. Let's tell you about what's coming to the Lauderdale County Agri Center. Not long off. On the 30th, we're going to have that. It's going to be Saturday beginning at 9 a.m. that morning. Well over 100 vendors there. If you're looking for something for Christmas, Here you go.
It's bigger and better this year. She's got, they're going to have food.
Yes.
You can get Christmas presents there. You can just pick them up and take them with you.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about shipping.
Yeah, it's simple and easy. If you name it, if it comes to arts, craft, a little bit of everything that offers for the family. The first time that we've had it here at the Lauderdale County Agri Center, due to other places, was not available because of COVID and restrictions. But it's going to be big here. Won't get wet. You'll enjoy it. Walk around. See what they have to offer there. Lots of unique items. T-shirts if you want a particular thing. And I'm sure that some of the Yellowstone shirts will be there. Too many people are coming.
Yes.
So
Yes.
drop in and visit them. Again, this is going to be on the 30th coming up from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Again, it's the holiday extravaganza. Come on out, visit with Becky and all the folks that will be there. They'll help you out and take care of you.
Sanders Gas, Sanders Air and Heat is your full-service propane supplier since 1946. We take pride in ensuring reliable, friendly service to our customers. We also provide safety tune-ups related to propane, air conditioning, and heating systems, keeping our community efficient and safe. I'm Chuck Sanders, and yes, we're local.
As we were reading comments, Candace just pointed out, Maureen Fowle said, did Gene Watson do Love in a Hot Afternoon? Oh, yeah. Yeah, and it's everything that you think it is.
Have you ever seen the movie Bridges of Madison County? Isn't that the one with Clint
He had
Eastwood?
his camera, and she got turned on by it.
Is that the Clint Eastwood?
That's it.
Yeah. That sounds like a song that might fit that.
I guess you're thinking how many clicks I made. But, yeah, it was Love in a Hot Afternoon. But I'm telling you, my favorite Gene Watson would have to be When We Were Down to Nothing. Nothing sure looked good on you. Alan Jackson recorded that song. Whoa. Boy, it's great stuff there. As we cut back across the road, here's Emily White. And as we said, we like to put people on the spot from time to time.
Yeah.
And I'm going to let you pick the song.
Well, I have always loved the song because I thought it was really kind of cute.
Yeah.
Harper Valley PTA.
Oh, a Tom T. Hall song. Are you up to doing a little Tom T. for us this morning?
I can. Like I said, it's early for these songs, but we're gonna do it anyway.
All right.
This is when I sing the song live, I always tell people to imagine my mother, because if you know my mom, she's a Spitfire. So
Oh, definitely.
So this is the song about my mom. I wanna tell you all a story about a Harper Valley widowed wife who had a teenage daughter who attended Harper Valley Junior High. Well, her daughter came home one afternoon and didn't even stop to play. She said, "Mom, I got a note here from the Harper Valley PTA. The note said, Mrs. Johnson, you're wearing your dresses way too high. It's reported you've been drinking and running around with men and going wild. No, we don't believe you ought to be bringing up your little girl this way." And it was signed by the secretary, Harper Valley PTA. Well, it happened that the PTA was gonna meet that very afternoon. And they were sure surprised when Mrs. Johnson wore her miniskirt into the room. As she walked up to the blackboard, I still recall the words she had to say. She said, "I'd like to address this meeting of the Harper Valley PTA. Well, there's Bobby Taylor sitting there, and 7 times he's asked me for a date. And Mrs. Taylor sure seems to use a lot of ice whenever he's away. And Mr. Baker, can you tell us why your secretary had to leave this town? And shouldn't Widow Jones be told to keep her window shades all pulled completely down? Well, Mr. Harper couldn't be here 'cause he stayed too late at Kelly's bar again. And if you smell Shirley Thompson's breath, you'll find she's had a little nip of gin. and you're all Hopper Valley hypocrites. No, I wouldn't put you on because it really didn't happen just this way. The day my mama shocked it to the Hopper Valley PTA. The day my mama shocked it to the Hopper Valley PTA.
Emily White joining us live this morning. And you'll have to do an edit version of that and change it to some Meridian folks. Put some names that we might recognize in there.
It's Peyton Place and everybody's hypocrites.
Somebody said, y'all gonna make me start drinking this morning.
What time is it? It's only 8. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. You go on then.
I love that song.
It is good.
It's cute.
I love it.
Because there are nosy people everywhere, you know.
Especially in small towns, small southern towns. We are the nicest state. We're very hospitable, you know,
Yeah.
but don't get started.
And it's
talking
not
about my
many
mama. Don't do that.
songs that turn out to be a movie on top of it. And of course, you know, that went on to become a huge movie, and then it had a sequel after that, all by Tom T. Hall. That's How I Got to Memphis. You know that song. I think everybody knows that.
I have not seen the movie, but I
You
need to
hadn't?
watch it. No,
Had I Dream of Jeannie as the star in it. She walked up in that miniskirt, and every man in America went,
Oh my goodness.
she was it in her time.
It kind of reminds me. What's the movie with Julia Roberts and
Pretty
Woman?
Dennis Quaid? No, the one that she stood up in front of the whole town meeting thing that they went to. It was
Missed
some kind
that
of
one.
Club. It was a woman's club, and they all were kind of chit chatting about she and her husband were getting a divorce, or he had an affair or something.
What kind of movies you watch that we don't know about?
What is the name of that? Anyway,
clue.
they owned horses and all kind of stuff.
That's every
What was
Hallmark
with
movie.
With the original, what was his name? What was the male actor's name?
Dennis Quaid, I thought, was her husband that was running around.
I can't remember.
But she got up there and started calling everybody out.
As you do. That's what
Yeah.
you're supposed to do.
I'm glad I don't associate with y'all.
She might know Katie Couric.
I had somebody want to know what your favorite guitar was. What's your favorite type of guitar?
My favorite type of guitars are Martins. I'm a Martin girl. You got people who like Taylors and the Ovations and things of that nature. I've tried everything. Martins have always been my favorite. But my favorite guitar, as opposed to this one, was my very first one that I still have, which is amazing, and I'll never get rid of it. It's
Right.
one that doesn't have any label on it. It was scratched off, and I bought it at a yard sale across the street when I lived in Georgia for $30. I didn't pay for it. Mama paid for it.
Right.
And I still got it. It's just hanging up, gathering dust. I need to clean her off. But Old Blue, the action on it is insane. The amount of space between the string and the neck should be illegal. It's like this much. So trying to push down on it, I learned it. And when I picked up an electric guitar for the first time, when I took guitar lessons, I was like, this is what it's supposed to be like? Like, oh my gosh. I'm over here just like tearing up the neck because I can push down on it. And that was my favorite guitar of all time. It's my very first one.
Yeah.
Cheap old thing. And then I got my pride and joy, my Cadillac. I love her.
Gotta have those.
Yes, it was a gift. There was a present for my 21st birthday, and Mom and Dad got it for me, and I cried like I just gave birth to it.
And that's a Martin there, isn't it?
Yeah, this is my Martin. This is my.
That's what I give Dylan when he graduated high school was a Martin, and he wouldn't take anything in the world for
I
it.
don't know what the kind that I bought. I bought Colton one at Mississippi Music. My son Colton, he's 18. He loves to play the guitar, and he's kind of self-taught himself, you know, by watching YouTube and stuff like that. But and he can do a pretty good job.
It'll hurt those fingers
I
if
bought
you've never
him
done
one.
it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
getting them calluses. When they say your fingers bleed, they bleed.
Yeah.
They bleed if you play enough. Let me tell
The
you.
mystery has been solved. The reason I don't know the name of Candace's movie, well, it was a chick flick that was absolutely boring.
No.
Hey, sometimes
Something
we
to
need
talk
chick
about
flicks.
was the name of the movie.
That
Somebody said Hope Floats.
that
and
was definitely a chick flick with Garth Brooks doing the music to it. And it was like, "Whoa."
But you've seen it. But you've seen it.
No, I did like 30 seconds. And it's like, well, you know, you
Try.
jump 3 tables
you
trying
would-
to get the remote to get rid of it.
If you like Sweet Home Alabama, you'd probably like something to talk about. Because
Yeah, I
that's
like
what
was,
you
I
make.
like
didn't
chick
Aretha
flicks.
Franklin do a song like that one time? Give him something. No, that was at,
That was
Bonnie Raitt.
yeah.
Bonnie Raitt.
Yeah.
We
I
just
would-
taught Scotty something. Oh my goodness,
Yeah,
look at us
I
go.
know.
Those things like that, I do not
I think
know.
I might have
People are
karaoke that one time.
Give me something. And
I think I might
please
have.
tell me you don't know this song because it
Don't.
irritates me every time I hear it. single white female.
I don't know that song.
Good.
I know it, but I don't know how to play it, and I won't play
Yeah,
it.
don't do it because that was one of those that I almost broke buttons trying to get rid of it if it come on.
There's a few songs, that come on the radio these days that I'm kind of like, why are you here? You weren't invited.
This is my truck. Get away from
I want
it.
you in here. Like, change the station. Ooh.
I do like listening to old classic country, though.
Yeah. 105.7 is what I listen to these days. 'Cause
Right.
It's got really good old classic songs that I forgot existed, and they come up like, I haven't heard this song in a while. Dad's like, I was a young whippersnapper when that came out. I'm like, yeah, Dad.
I think it's great that you can take an old song, though, and put your turn on it. Like, the way that you sing.
All right, let me
'Cause
give
a lot
you-
of people can't do that.
No, they
They have
cannot.
to just try to just
Exactly
completely
like
replicate it, just
Yeah.
like
you want to keep the melody in there so people know what the song is. But
Right.
You want to add a little bit of a twang to it.
Here's your homework, and if you do this and learn this, you'll be invited back. This
Okay.
is a song that you must go learn because it is old country, and it really just tells a story like Harper Valley PTA. Cal Smith, The Lord Knows I'm Drinking. Do you know the song?
I've never heard that.
Oh my gosh.
I
Hang
know.
around after the show and I'm playing it for you. And it just really and truly, and the scene is a guy goes in, he's having him a drink, and a little old lady from the church walks in. She goes, I ain't believing you up in here drinking. And he just listens to her and she's reaming him. And he goes, hey, if you act right when I talk to the good Lord tonight, I'll put in a good word for you. And you don't need your loud mouth telling. It's great. But I'll play that for you here in just a
You
little
need
bit.
I have to because I won't be invited back if I don't. I heard that.
You gotta learn it.
you're going to be invited back anyway. But.
Coming up, we've got another song coming up from Emily. Her new release that's going to be that's being released radio and a new video, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's coming up. So don't go anywhere. She's going to share that with us as we turn our thoughts as we go out to Freeman Tractor. You'll find that Highway 494. Turn left there at the firehouse, and then boom, you'll bump into them. Tractors everywhere. Right. They've got so many parts they don't even know where they are. They'll let you look for them also if you're there. Freeman Tractor. Go in and see Buttermilk today. They'll help you out there. If you're looking for a lawnmower, they got plenty of those to choose from. From the X-Mark, even on up to that #1 brand, the Skag. New tractors expected any day. Cabin air. Everybody wants one to keep warm during the winter. They got them coming. Take your time there. A few of these left as we get into the tillers. If you need one of these to do a garden, if you're doing your patches and want to make it fine dirt, this will do it like nothing in the world. From bush hogs to getting yourself a disc, all the way up to getting forks and a whole lot more. One or two of these left, the benches. See them. Freeman Tractor. You'll find them on Highway 494. Easy to find. 626-8759 for all those parts.
I was heading over to Meridian and I was involved in a serious accident. I never made it to Meridian. I needed help.
I'm Mississippi Attorney Richard Schwartz. I'm proud to represent the people of the great state I call home.
I'm Shirley from Hattiesburg, Mississippi, and it took one call and that was all. I called Mississippi Attorney Richard Schwartz. He got me $250,000.
If you need me, Mississippi, remember, one call, that's all.
I wanted to mention this before we cut back over to Emily. As we mentioned, of shortages, they are saying, to be ready for this, a 400% markup on toys because they're not getting off these cargo ships. Again,
I was afraid the toys were going to be affected.
that's who they're after because they know you kind of need them.
Yeah.
400%. So if you're thinking about what you're getting for Christmas, better go on and do it now because I'm sure this has already started.
I might go Christmas shop today.
Yeah. Procter & Gamble says your razors that you shave with are fixing to become extinct. The prices on those and any type of beauty care is going up. Why? Because it ain't made in America. Yeah, does that not scare you? The third thing that is getting ready to be a whole kind of shortage on, and we're going to have somebody in to talk about cars, but body parts now, you know how you whip them out? Aluminum and magnesium.
For your car.
Yeah, is becoming a shortage.
You got to specify body parts, Scotty Ray.
Well, you know, I know there's some folks like they go get body parts replaced.
Yeah.
Some little, well, I don't need
We're
to
not
do
talking
that.
about kidneys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Body panels, fuel tanks, suspensions, impact, all of this stuff is becoming shortage of them. So just a warning of what's out there. So, scary,
Ladies,
scary.
If you know, it's kind of scary that razors might become scarce. There might be some hairy-legged ladies.
It'd be like the
walking around.
French women's.
Better stock up on the Nair.
Yeah, Nair does take it off. It just kind of hurts. Is that right?
I don't know.
Have you ever used it?
I used it on my legs one time, and I looked like it burnt my skin. So
All
don't know about
red.
that. Yes.
Okay.
Like sensitive.
Now we know.
Yeah.
So stock up on a few of those. Emily White in the studio with us this morning, and boy, it's been fun having her. Now, have you made the new video? And tell me, I think you have, and it's going to be premiered here in town.
Mm-hmm. I have "Every Breath You Take" by The Police. It's an old Sting song, and
Now, for the rest of us who don't know who the Police is, we're not talking about Meridian Police Department, right?
No, not MPD. The band.
Yes.
With Sting. It's an old song, and the spin that we put on it with I made the video with Hunter Heath and Thomas Burton. They helped along putting this video together, and I think Chris Misson was also on this as well, helping me put this video together. And we shot the video in the perspective of Every Breath You Take as a mother talking to a child. Every breath you take, I'll be watching you, watching them grow up and develop as adults, and that they're always going to be there no matter what. So we put that little spin on it, and Mom's in the video too. You'll see it.
So it's not about a stalker.
Not about the creepy stalker person. We put the spin on, it's a mother. It's not creepy. So we put it on that kind of spin, and it's going to be premiered this Saturday, and it's on the roster for between 2:30 and 5:30 at the Temple Theater for the Rails to Reels Festival. So if y'all want to stop on in and get that, I think the tickets to get in for a 2-day pass are like $15 for 2 days, which is a steal because you get to see a lot of home videos and music videos and short films that have been put together by everybody in Mississippi and in the South. So y'all can check that out, and a lot of really talented people are going to be there. So if y'all want to stop in from 2:30 to 5:30 on Saturday, they're going to be premiering Every Breath You Take. It is the music video there. And it's going to be so much fun. I'm going to be on the big screen.
So what does your mama do? She just stare at you like
oh, yeah.
as a baby or like as an
Over the
adult?
fence line. No, as starting as a youngin', maybe a teenager, like as a baby, then get a teenager, then you get to be an adult. So we have some really great little actors in there that are portraying little me and little mom, young mom. So y'all need to definitely check it out. It's a great storyline.
And don't let your mama fool you, because your grandma used to come to me all the time and go, "Where's Angie?" I go,
I don't know.
"You got no clue."
I just work here. I don't know what you want from me. Oh, no.
Are you going to do the song for us now?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. This is Every Breath You Take. And once again, pray for me, and hopefully I get through it.
Good luck.
Thank you. Every breath you take, every move you make, every bond you break, every step you take, I'll be watching you every single day, and every word you say, every game you play, every night you stay, I'll be watching you. Oh, can't you see you belong to me? How my poor heart aches with every step you take, every move you make, and every vow you break, every smile you fake, every claim you stake, I'll be watching you. Since you've gone, I've been lost without a trace. I dream at night, I can only see your face. I look around, but it's you I can't replace. I feel so cold and I long for your embrace. Keep crying, baby, baby, please. Baby, please. Oh, can't you see you belong to me?
every vow you break, every smile you fake, every claim you stake. I'll be watching you, every move you make, every step you take. I'll be watching you.
Emily White this morning, and Every Breath. Great version of that.
Goodness, she got me squalling over here.
No, don't cry.
Look, everybody knows it doesn't take much to make me cry nowadays. I don't know.
When you put the perspective as a mom, you know, it's kind of like, oh.
It's so crazy because I've heard that song a million times and listened to it as I was growing up and everything.
Yeah.
And I've never heard it or even thought about it from that perspective.
No,
There's always creepy stalker vibes.
Yeah, that's all I ever got.
Yeah. But that is, it's wonderful. I mean, you know, it makes me think of my kids.
Yeah, we got it. Mom put the spin on it. She was like, well, maybe we could put it from a mom's perspective. I'm like, that's perfect.
Yeah,
and then we got together
It
with
really
Hunter
is.
and we made the video. Y'all need to watch the video. It's so good.
I'm glad I'm not the only one crying. There's other people crying too. So.
Oh, no, Chad.
I asked
don't
Scotty Ray,
cry.
does he have tear ducts?
I dated a very mean girl when I was in high school.
got
She
burned
taught,
out.
yeah, and so I ain't cried since.
Oh, really? I wonder, can you get your tear ducts removed? I'm just kind of tired.
Oh, it
I'm
just.
just tired of crying all the time.
But you know,
I'm a
it's
sensitive person.
it's amazing what will sometimes move you to bring a tear to your eye.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And that to me makes a perfect song, you know.
Oh, that
When
was.
you can move
I love
people.
making people cry. You
Yeah.
know, it's like my favorite thing.
Gosh.
It's so when you sing good enough and you hit somebody's heartstrings, you know they feel it, and that's the best feeling.
The key to a number one song is if you can make somebody for 3 minutes of their life stop what they're doing and live through the words that you're singing, and they can
Right.
visualize it.
Yeah.
If you can do that, it is number one stuff, and it's a song that will go down and be played forever. And unfortunately, in life, there's not that many. They stand out
not.
when you hear them. You know
It's
them.
just
You
a
go,
lot of noise
And a lot
nowadays.
of, like
I mean,
you were
you know.
saying earlier, like it's a very
Goodness.
repetitious. Everything's
It is.
repetitive. They repeat the same phrase over and over again, and they throw some banjo in it and call it country, and that's just not the way it works. It's
Right.
just that ain't it.
Yeah, that's true. Coming up, we'll talk some more with Emily, find out where she's going to be, where you can go watch her to find out a few things there. Right now, let's head off to the Lauderdale County Farm Supply, and that's where they take care of feed, seed, and a whole lot more. But really, they take care of cows and things of that nature. But you don't have to have a cow to visit.
That's
you can
right.
have just a deer field.
Fish. You can have fish in your pond. They have fish food, everything.
All that's there for you there. If you're planting, make sure to get your seed there. That includes up to that Marshall ryegrass. Ryegrass, a great thing there. Rice bran to feed your deer. They've got plenty of that. And, of course, the triple grip there. All of this, including the cameras. If you're watching somebody, you want to know every move they make, well,
Yeah.
get yourself a camera. They got them.
That's right.
Deer attractant snacks like deer cocaine and things of that nature. If you need scales or if you need a pop-up blind tent to keep that tradition going there, along with boots. It's going to be raining. You'll need some work boots or some rubber boots somewhere along the way this year. From flashlights and pet supplies as we go into, well, the decorations there that you'll need for fall. They've got those, including all this in corn and guns and ammo. Did I mention that? The Lauderdale County Farm Supply, exit 151 off the interstate.
I was heading over to Meridian and I was involved in a serious accident. I never made it to Meridian. I needed help.
I'm Mississippi Attorney Richard Schwartz. I'm proud to represent the people of the great state I call home.
And we're back there as we were discussing things behind the scenes there. Welcome. We hope you've enjoyed the show today. We've had our special guest, Miss
Yes.
Emily White.
Thank y'all. Yeah, thank y'all for having me so much.
Did I see a picture somewhere? Some old boy got down on his knee and begged you to marry him?
Right, he definitely begged in front of everybody. So I'm definitely engaged to Mr. Dean Craddock. So,
Well, congratulations.
thank
So
you.
when is that going to happen?
October of next year gives me plenty of time to go on the road if I need to, and plenty of time for him to get out if he needs to. So
Well, there you go. So where can we see Emily? Where's the next time that you're going to be singing, performing, and letting it all loose?
yeah, of course. So tomorrow night, on Friday night, I'm going to be going to the Buds and Burgers just to hang out tonight. And then if it's not going to be raining, then Friday night I'm going to be from 7:30. I think it's 8:30 to 11:30 at Brick House on Friday. And then Saturday, I got a real busy weekend. Saturday from 2:30 to 5:30, like I said before, at the Rails to Reels Festival in downtown Meridian at the Temple Theater. They're going to be screening my song, my music video for Every Breath You Take. So y'all check that out if you can. And then later on that night, from 7:30 to 10:30 or so, I'm going to be in Waynesboro at the Stanford Steakhouse. So I'm going to be all over the place.
You are going to be a busy girl this
I know
weekend.
it.
Yeah.
But if y'all didn't catch the dates, you can check out EmilyWhiteMusic.com and go to the calendar on there, and it shows everywhere that I'm going to be and what I'm going to be getting into. So if y'all want to come on out, just check out EmilyWhiteMusic.com.
All right, more coming up. I want to remind everybody of the show tonight beginning at 6 o'clock. It was a lot of questions of how can I watch Chris Reed in the interview. You can watch it on Facebook or YouTube. Just search Scotty Ray's Weather, and it'll come up. We're going live at 6 a.m. as we'll discuss the problems that are in Meridian with the murders, the things that aren't happening that should. Begins at 6 p.m. live on Facebook and also on YouTube. Scotty Ray's Weather, as you'll see the thing up there. That's how you spell it. Did I say that right?
Yes.
Emily, we can't thank you enough for dropping by and spending time with us.
Yes.
Thank y'all for having me. It's been fun.
Beautiful girl,
Thank you.
and we truly did enjoy her. And thank
We
y'all.
did. It's been
for-
a blessing today to listen to her. And what a blessing that she has with that God-given talent.
It is.
Okay.
Thank y'all for letting us be a part of your day. We'll be back tomorrow morning beginning at 8, right here, same place and same time.
Scotty Ray's Weather is brought to you by